45th time, a game that started back in 1973 that features many of the top most high school football players from across the state of Iowa. It's the Iowa Shrine Bowl game from the Unidome in Cedar Falls. Last year, in a shootout, the North prevailed over the South 49-35. We'll see what happens here in 2017. The North against the South. Coming up next on MC 22. Inside the Unidome in Cedar Falls as we are pleased to bring you the Iowa Shrine Bowl Classic for 2017, the North and the South All-Stars. Good afternoon and welcome. Rob Brooks, pleased to be joined with Johnny Marks, and great to have you here in the booth today.
Thanks for letting me hang out, Alec.
Absolutely. Can't wait. And this kind of really gives you the first sign that, hey, that football season is right around the corner.
In 5 days from now, we start practice. But yes, this has always been that indication, Robbie, that this is a kickoff for all good things to happen in the fall.
And you talk about putting together a roster full of accolades and outstanding stats, terrific honors. That's everybody here. Devon Moore had a terrific season with Waterloo West and really resurrected that program and heading to Iowa State, but we'll see him here today.
You know, the other thing of it is he's left-handed, and he's 6'5", and he has great agility. He can run the offense, and Robbie, as we talked earlier, he throws the heck out of it, and he is a guy to watch today.
Brady Bansfield is another one that really can sling the football around. Quarterback at Norwalk, and you look at those numbers, almost 9,000 yards. That's a bunch.
He's a next-level guy, and he just loves to throw it. He came from an offense that understands it. Today, you will see balls thrown all over the house today. I can't wait to watch him play.
Well, that's what it's all about, right?
It shouldn't be. It should never be 7-6.
But we'll certainly have a lot of fun, and Jerry Koala is the third man in our broadcast booth, and he had a chance to talk to Jerry Hoffman, the general manager of the Iowa Shrine Bowl.
Well, it's the 45th version of the Iowa Shrine Bowl game here in the state of Iowa, and with me is the general manager of the Iowa Shrine Bowl, Jerry Hoffman. And 45 years of this, Jerry, seems to get easier and easier every year, doesn't it?
It's not that easy, but it's fantastic. I work with a great bunch of kids. The High School Coaches Association gives me super coaches to work with, and so it's just a pleasure to be up here and working with these kids.
Well, I think year in and year out, these kids who are playing this year saw it last year and 2 and 3 years ago that they, if they can be a part of this game, want to be.
Oh, that's very true. You know, they come up to me and they say, Jerry, that was a life-changing experience for me. So that tugs at your heartstrings when they do that.
And I think some of that, Jerry, comes from the fact that they get to visit with some of the patients who are with the Shriners Hospitals.
Absolutely. On Friday, yesterday, we had the kids in, and they played right here on this dome floor for a couple hours with them and really understood what abnormalities they got to go through, these hospital children, to be able to function. And they really learn, you know, a prosthetic leg or an arm or whatever. So.
And over the years, the state of Iowa, this football game alone has raised somewhere near $2.3 million over the course of 45 years. So, you know, you've got to be proud of that fact alone.
I'm very proud of it. I tell you, Iowa is #1 in giving to the hospitals as a Shrine game. There's the Imperial Potentates said last night there was like 66 games, and we're #1 in what we're able to give. Like last year, we were able to give $90,000 to the hospitals.
Now this year, and every year, the players and the cheerleaders, you know, have a task ahead of them, and that's to raise advertising dollars in their community. That's some of that gets donated to the Shriners. This year, I think they had a pretty good amount of money that was raised.
They certainly did. Our program book this year is about 472 pages, and this is all ads from the young men and ladies going out into their communities and simply asking the question, will you support me to help the hospitals? And the young men raised $104,000, and the ladies raised a little over $43,000 this year.
And interesting that, ongoing are the Shriners hospitals all the time, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So as we sit here and talk about it, there are patients who are receiving services.
Absolutely. Every day we take patients to and from the hospitals to be served in whatever ability that they need.
Congratulations on another one, and best of luck in the future, Jerry. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you very much, MediaCom. I really appreciate your help.
Well, and that's what it's been all about, is raising money for the Shriners Hospitals for Children, and it's been a week's worth of activities. It'll all kind of come to an end here with a football game. The players are ready, the coaches are ready, Johnny and I are ready, and we'll be back to the Unidome after this. The Iowa Shrine Bowl game on MediaCom MC22 is brought to you by McGrath Family of Dealerships and by Extreme, powered by MediaCom.
Because of Shriners Hospitals for Children, I can play basketball. I could climb stairs.
At Shriners Hospitals for Children, love is caring for a child, regardless of the family's ability to pay. If you know a child we can help, visit ShrinersHospitalsForChildren.org.
See the world. At Shriners Hospitals for Children, we know that changing how you see things can turn them into
everyday miracles, like riding my bike, breaking boards, hugging my mom.
Every day for over 90 years, Shriners Hospitals for Children has been sending love to the rescue, regardless of a family's ability to pay.
If you know a child we can help, call or go online now.
Welcome back to the Unidome in Cedar Falls, ready for football on this Saturday afternoon. We are inside a perfect 72 degrees, Johnny. That's the beauty, it won't change.
I know it won't change, and no one's going to miss a ball in the sun. I love this place.
And the North Fall Stars have won the toss and elected to receive. Kristen Connell out of Clinton will boot it away. And the 45th Iowa Shrine Bowl game is underway. All taken at the 5. And Cody Case, a dangerous return man. Boy, does he put up some impressive offensive numbers. And he stumbles out to the 27-yard line, and that's where the North All-Stars will take over with Drew Thomas, the coach's son at QB.
Malachi Wilson, Cody Case, Aaron Ack, Roddy Pfeiffer, Hayden Clausen, Caden Fenchel. Now watch some of the big guys. Late, Russell, Besh, and Lingenfelter, all those big guys up front make all this happen because they're going to spread it out and throw it, Robbie.
Working out of the shotgun, actually a handoff. And some pretty good running room by Hayden Clausen out of Cedar Falls. So the hometown boy gets to touch the ball first as we take a look at the South defensively.
Campos, Anthony, Wiggins, Price, Griner, Wilson, Kognauer, Proctor, Randall, Landsman, and Finney. Watch Finney. He's one of those gifted guys that has a great knack for the football, Robbie. You run jet sweep counter on the first play. This is beautiful.
Right up your alley.
Right up my alley.
Pickup of 6. Give it to Malachi Wilson. Xavier Saint's all-time leading rusher gets it out to the 42-yard line. Good enough to move the chains. A nice hole off the right side.
Oh, the big guys up front doing their job, just controlling everything. That's a zone read. That's a zone block, zone read. Right here, cut. Big guys just making people, and running over people. You like that yardage after contact.
Cade Wilson out of Ballard makes the stop. Malachi Wilson goes at 6 foot 200. Dwayne Schulte is head coach in high school. First pass of the ball game, and it's incomplete. Had a wide open Clausen slipping out of the backfield. It'll be second down and 10 for the North All-Stars.
Robbie, I actually thought Thomas was going to take off and run with this. Once he got to the left side, pressure, beats it, just missed. Boy, he had him wide open too. Two things you never really, quarterbacks don't want to hear that. Wide open. That just bugs them. They'd rather throw it in a slot about 6 inches open.
And this will be Cody Case. And he picks his way out very close to midfield.
It's coming back. Yeah. You have two guys in motion. What they wanted was the two guys out of the slot, Robbie, to take 2 steps in, set themselves, and then maybe one would go back in motion, but they both stayed in motion and then they ran the play.
So a couple of flags, our first flags of the afternoon. And there's the call, so it remains second down.
I love it that the variable formations already, even like run the football. It's beautiful to watch.
Here's Paul Patterson, head coach of the South team. The head coach at Norwalk High School was an assistant in this game, which is a prerequisite for being a head coach back in 2012. Thomas eludes, and a big play. And that'll be a first down as Cody Case again breaks free, but we do have a penalty marker.
You're going to have
midfield.
I'm sorry, Ronnie. You're probably going to have a lineman downfield on that situation because Thomas made so much out of a play that was destined to go nowhere. Or a block in the back. Great job by Thomas. Oh, yes. Watch him escape. Roll, contain. Cuts back and just gets it off. And now he's got blockers out in front. Case could play on my team anyway. I love it. A, he's got great moves. B, he's not afraid to take contact.
And he's the type of guy, Johnny, is very good in special teams. I mean, he can catch passes, work his way free out of the backfield out of South Central Calhoun. Thomas out of Humboldt. Malachi Wilson twists at the 40, but tripped up by Nick Finney out of Pella. And Malachi Wilson just about broke free that second time and then could have picked up some outstanding yardage.
But Ross Randall comes up and makes sure that play does it. You know, it's a counter. It's back the other way, and he stays home. He makes sure things get turned and then wraps up. Nice defensive play right there. Pressure.
Pickup of 3. And Thomas will take off. Very close to the first down, and the second effort gets him there. Very close to the 30.
Stop your hat. Stop. Tip your hat to that. Whoa, my goodness. Great read. And he escaped trouble. How many times do you think he's done that over his career? Pocket breaking down. He steps up, takes off, and then gets a first down. Up. Get off me. Get away. No, I'm going to fake you. Don't block. Then I'm going to take a hit, and then I'm going to get 2 more. Wow. Play the game, will ya? Attaboy.
Logan Landsman out of Greene County finally brought him down. Nice drive for the North. Thomas does a good job keeping his eyes downfield, doesn't see anything, and will just get out of bounds and get a couple of yards.
Once everybody's covered. Nice read. Got to the outside. Southwest a little contained. He gets to the wing and gets 3 or 4. It's nice to have a quarterback always make something out of nothing.
Helps those guys on the sideline a little bit, doesn't it?
You take a deep breath when you have a quarterback that's got great vision like he does.
Over 5,000 career passing yards at Humboldt for Drew Thomas. Wilson running in between the tackles. Eric Reiter out of Williamsburg brings him down.
And give him credit, that could have been a huge play. Again, they run track back the other way from the left side to the right side, and he stays home. And that could have been a 5 or 6, 7, 8 yard gain. Instead, it's a 2-yard gain. And 3rd down and 5.
And there is Greg Thomas, head coach at Humboldt. Of course, watching his son. Well, what a highlight that's got to be for him.
There's no pressure anymore. You're not coaching your son on a Friday night.
53 touchdowns thrown by Thomas in his career, and 6 in one game. That goes to his favorite target so far, Cody Case.
Here's the first decision of the day, Rob. Do you go for it or you try to kick this? Nice delivery, nice catch, and a nice close by Kokenauer, not to let him go any further.
Case will be heading to University of South Dakota, so they'll get another opportunity to play in this building.
They're getting a good one.
Hurt the state of Iowa pretty heavily. Set up the screen. Here's Wilson. And this is going to be very close.
I don't think you got it, Rob.
It'll just depend on the spot. It looks like the spot is going to be favorable for the North All-Stars.
Left foot, right foot. This is a nice screen. Good call, good catch, and 2 nice defensive plays by Cade Wilson and Bryce Sidd. But if they don't make that play, that goes for a long way, even though it is a first down.
Give Thomas a lot of credit because he had to loft that ball over the defensive lineman and still have enough touch on it where Malachi Wilson, who does catch the ball well out of the backfield, able to go up and get it.
But he never panicked. That's the neat thing about the quarterback that we're watching. He never panicked, took the extra step, knew it was a screen, knew there'd be pressure, just delivered it.
Officials have called timeout.
Lose 30 seconds on the clock.
Red zone coverage.
Gonna play it as is.
Man with 1 3.
Coming from crowd shot at 11:07. Instead of 10:31.
We appreciate them keeping an eye on things. Oh boy.
Wilson just got that handoff. And Campos out of Valley.
Would have been Campos make a nice play. Because if he gets to the edge, Rob, it's a touchdown. Campos fought off a block, stayed square. And watch, if he pulls that, there's room. Watch Campos fight around it and finish. Nice work.
Ben Campos will walk on in Iowa. He had 221 career tackles. Older brother Jake, of course, was a mountain of individual starting offensive lineman at Iowa State. A little extra effort. Clausen. That's one thing, Johnny, that's been impressive by everybody offensively for the North team so far. Yards after contact.
Tremendous second effort. And Robbie, there hasn't been a big play yet. 6, 7, 8 yards at a chunk, and they start out at 5. That's 2 good guys, 2 tremendous players laying a lick on him, and him fighting and splitting both. Watch, boom, and he still fights it to get an extra. You got to like that.
Kokenauer in on the stop for the North All-Stars. 3rd down and 2. Keeper by Thomas. And he easily gets inside the 5-yard line, moves that pile again.
Want to know the one play that's been practiced more than anyone that they practiced was the quarterback pull on off count. Jet motion, trap, Quarterback, I'm going to keep it. They ran it 100 times this week. That is a great read by the quarterback.
Jacob Wiggins was there first for the South, but now it is first and goal for the North All-Stars.
Boy, methodical is this drive.
Opening possession. Little slant route and thrown behind the intended receiver, Kanak, out of Gladbrook Rhinebeck. Had a little success in his high school career.
But also a great play by Proctor, Jerome Proctor, to jump this route. He saw it. Saw the quarterback turn his shoulders, got that arm in there, and broke it up.
Proctor out of Johnston.
They play good football there, too.
Sure do. And the baseball team will be playing for the 4A state championship later on tonight. Thomas. Not going to be able to break free. Nice job by Derek Griner to hold on and wait for a couple of teammates.
Yeah, you know what? Here's your quarterback keep. Good quarterback follow, whatever you want to call it. Griner's having none of it. Stays home, sees it, reads it, fights a block, and then watch him step up, knife through two people, and make a great stick. Beat 2 blocks. That's good work right there.
16th play of the drive coming up.
Amazing.
And it's a big one. 3rd down. And they'll go heavy in the backfield. And falling in for the touchdown is Ben Lingenfelter. Oh, that's pulling out all the stuff.
He will remember. You know they did it on Thursday. Hey, okay, we're going to have a heavy package. Bring the big fella in. There, Ben, it's your time. Never carried the ball in his life. Right there. And a great drive. Gets a push. Jackson Wright just said, hey, you stand up straight and I'll push you in. Nice work. And the lineman goes, hey, that's not hard. You guys do this all the time?
Ben Palmer has the extra point blocked.
Knife through it. Instead of 7, 6. Great job.
Hey, a little bit of everything on that drive, huh?
The big fella and a great special teams play right there.
6-0. The North strike first in the 45th Iowa Shrine Bowl game.
Visit Shriners Hospitals for Children. I can play basketball. I can climb stairs. I can write my name.
At Shriners Hospitals for Children, love is caring for a child, regardless of the family's ability to pay. If you know a child we can help, visit ShrinersHospitalsForChildren.org.
Up, college is hard. Down, those books are heavy.
My sport is football, but my passion is education.
Right up here.
So every year I take promising high schoolers on a college tour
Lights there, darts
to
there.
show them that higher education means a brighter future. My name is Nnamdi Asamoah. I don't just wear the shirt, I live it. You can be a reader, tutor, or mentor too. Take the pledge at liveunited.org/volunteer.
Do you wear this?
How do you see the world?
At Shriners Hospitals for Children, we know that changing how you see things can turn them into everyday miracles. Like riding my bike, breaking boards, hugging my mom.
Every day for over 90 years, Shriners Hospitals for Children has been sending love to the rescue, regardless of a family's ability to pay.
If you know a child we can help, call or go online now.
6 points put on the board by the North All-Stars, and they'll boot it away. And this one will go out of bounds. So for the first time today, we'll get a chance to look at the team in the red jerseys, the South All-Stars, in their first offensive possession.
And this will be fun. They are not afraid to throw it all over the house. You'll see just as much as you saw on the other. Everybody got creative this week, but stayed as basic as possible. I'd I'd love to hear what the play calls. All the terminology is a little different, but it's all the same.
But still takes some time to install in this week. As we take a look at the South All-Stars, we talked about Brady Bransfield in the open.
Kasmerinsky, Spry, Burek, Walling, Wright, Jensen, Heineck, Reese, and Miller. Reese is a good one. He is really fun to watch, number 64.
And a stiff North defense blows up that play on first down. Absolutely nowhere to go for Avery Moore.
Wright, Cavolier, Aronson, Lucent, Heiser, Manor, Cruz, Burjan, Bear, Sigler, and Davis. Watch Reed Cruz, buddy, the inside linebacker. He is a great run stopper and can play side 40 to 40.
When talking to the coaching staff from the South, that was probably the position group that they were most impressed with on the defensive side of the football. First pass play is complete out to Bennett Spry out of Oskaloosa. And he gets out to just about the 44-yard line.
Makes a manageable third down after a nice defensive stand on first down. Quick out, catch, 4-route, drive. Get your hand off his face mask. Well, we can see why there's 9,000 yards thrown for a high school career. All poised. Love it.
Davis brings him down out of Sioux City North. Great, Johnny. Good play to set up 3rd and 1. And the keeper not going to get there. Big defensive play made by Spence Cuvalier.
They kind of telegraphed it. They were running counter, and they had their guard and tackle on the right side were way offset. You want your guys to line up a little back a little further anyway to pull. They were too far back. The whole world knew it was coming. And now you're going to put the football away. Great job by the North.
So 3rd and 1 turns into 4th and 2. Bransfield might have stumbled a little bit too, but there was certainly not much room to run.
I wouldn't kick this.
Booted away by Bob Matcher. And it's going to be very good field position for the North All-Stars for their second offensive possession, and a defense, Johnny, by the South that had a lot of reps out there.
With not a lot of time, as you just said, to rest. So get right back up, go to work. But you know what? Your 2 deep here is pretty good. Your 3 deep is even pretty good at an all-star game like this.
So after a 25-yard punt, the North will set up 1st and 10, and for the first time this afternoon, let's join our sideline reporter, Jerry Koala.
Rob, and we want to welcome Kevin Costello to Iowa. He is the Imperial Sir out of the Tampa office. Kevin, how's that Iowa hospitality treating you here for your first trip to the state of Iowa?
It's wonderful out here. It's a beautiful little town. It's beautiful weather, beautiful topography. I can't tell you how much fun we're having out here. It's great.
All right, so now you know you're here for a reason. That's because of the fundraising event that Iowa, in its 45th season, has had with this football game. It certainly is one of the many that are going on around the country year in and year out.
That's true, and we really appreciate the state of Iowa and their athletic directors that are putting this together during this football game, and how significant it is and how important it is that we have this help to help support our Shriners Hospitals for Children. Not only that, our patients, but these kids out here, these outstanding young men that are moving on from high school to college, to move on with their careers. Hopefully, we wish them all well. We hope to remember Shriners Hospitals for Children in the future, hopefully when most of them get to be professional football players.
You had a chance to address the entire crowd, the parents and the players last night at the banquet. What was the message you were trying to convey to them?
Well, certainly we want them to know the trials and tribulations of life. When you see what our children go through at the Shriners Hospitals for Children, and they come through with a smiling face. When you have a bump in the road in your life, try not to forget how bad it can be. Think about the kids that we treat and how they're still smiling. When you have a problem, think about that, move forward and move on and be successful in life. Don't think about the minor things when you have a bump in the road, you know, be successful.
Kevin Costello from the state of New York, first time to the state of Iowa, but out of the Tampa Shriners office. Thank you very much for coming out here for this weekend.
Thanks, Jerry. It's great to be here. Go Shriners!
Kevin Costello, Rob.
All right, Jerry, thank you very much. He gets to travel around and see a few good football games.
Well, he's going to see a good one today. Cavalier just ran over people for 6 yards.
Kind of used that heavy package in the backfield. Thomas with the keeper, and he's able to turn the corner to the 25-yard line.
Who said split ends can't block? Huh? Nice stock block on the edge, and he just great fake. Thomas gets to the edge and runs for a while.
26 yards.
Wow. Great pull, great read. Got the edge. Now you got a stock block out on the wing, and I'm going to run. Nice work.
Reiner and Landsman finally brought him down.
Sure, I think fatigue is setting in already, Rob.
It was 3 and out for the South offense, their first possession. Here's a nice cut made by Cuvalier. Brought down by Proctor, but a nifty move.
Nice catch, nice pass, but then as you said, you're not going to bring him down with initial contact. Nice hands by Cuvalier right here. Cut, catch, nice juke. Got the shoulder. And that's the only place you can tackle him is down there. He'll win the battle up top. Nice shift to the ball in the hands. High and tight. He's been taught the right way.
Out of Crestwood. Pickup of 9. 2nd and 1. Lear will get the ball in a huge hole off the left side. Another stop made by Derek Reiner. Boy, Johnny, how about the hole here?
Give it to the big. Here's the neat thing, Robbie. They're running away from strength. It's unbalanced right there, which means there's an extra lineman on the right-hand side. They ran a zone type read, give it to the big man on the short side, and they take care of everything.
Derek Reiner, a whole bunch of tackles here in the first. Heading to Iowa State for the Cyclones this fall. And into the end zone, Cody Case. An electric run and is able to finish it off for the second touchdown here in the first quarter by the North All-Stars.
Left side, left side, left side, boom. Right back to the right side on the jet. There he is, there's that guy. Case sees it, cuts it, boom, up, fights off a tackle, runs over his own lineman, get out of the way, and sees the crease and gets in the end zone.
Extra point was blocked the last time. This one is perfect by Ben Palmer out of Beckman Catholic. What a start for that North offense.
Everything going right there, their way. Talk about efficient. Case gets the football and just does what comes naturally. Fights off a tackle and then gets in the end zone. Right now, the South needs to wrap up a little bit better than what it did. I mean, they're getting in position, finish it off. The North is clicking on all cylinders offensively now.
And a nice block by Lingenfelter. And then, Kenny, as you mentioned, on the big 26-yard run, the receivers doing a good job blocking downfield.
That's everything, and again, that only took 3 minutes. So the other one was a very lengthy drive, but you're right, Robbie. Everybody, blocking assignments have been carried out to the nth degree so far on the North squad. I love it. South just needs a chance to hang on to the football.
Cheerleaders, so along with the dance team, a big part of the Shrine Bowl this week. Ball picked up by Spry, and nowhere to go as he is taken care of at the 22-yard line.
Hey, we want you to come play in an all-star game, but you know what? You might not start the game, but we're going to ask you to be on the kickoff coverage table. And what do? You bust your tail down and you make a play. I love it.
Gibson Bear down there for the North All-Stars. After a 3 and out, Eddie Bransfield, his high school head coach, Paul Patterson, now the head coach of this ball game. They were the state's runner-up back in 2015, and down at the 6-yard line, the Tusek busts through for a big sack.
This is just guys wanting a little more on the defensive side from the edge, not letting him get free to throw the football and then a backside tackle. But good coverage. Look, remember, he set his feet and went to throw twice. That's a great that's a coverage sack. Nice work. All facets for the North football team.
Tusek just down the road, Dyke New Hartford. And real good guys, Don Betts, his high school football coach.
Watch screen here, Robbie. You got trips right.
From the end zone, and it is caught out past the 30-yard line by Avery Moore.
You want to talk about good quarterbacks? Arms in your face, pressure coming, you're at your goal line. Stand tall and deliver a dime. What a ball.
There's some traffic there, too.
Great catch. Even better toss. Even better toss. Is causing havoc.
Yeah, how about that bull rush there, huh?
Goodness. He is just impossible to block right now.
Out of Don Bosco. And unable to turn the corner is Bennett Spry.
Nick Deere. Boy, he ran it down from the other side. Boy, what a player. That's a great read. Closing speed. That's it in a nutshell right there.
Cedar Rapids Kennedy, one of the top tacklers in the metro area. Yeah, you did a Kennedy Cougar game. You called his name several times. That timeout is going to be taken by the South All-Stars.
I think this is a great timeout. Regroup, find out where we're going, what you can do to keep the drive alive.
And certainly to date, and Jerry Hoffman talked about it earlier with Jerry Koala, the Shrine Bowl has raised so much money, and $2,358,000 for the Iowa Shrine Hospitals for Children. Funds are developed, of course, by ticket sales, advertising in the Shrine Bowl program. If you've ever been to this game and looked at the program, it's amazing. You know exactly what we're talking about. Make that 472 pages.
Greatest media guide ever.
Yeah, it rivaled some of the big ones back in the 80s. Shrine Bowl program, of course, merchandise sales, contributions, and sponsorships. Help the Shriners Hospitals help children. Go to ShrinersHospitalsForChildren.org to donate. This program sales were in the neighborhood of $147,000 just for this year.
It's an honor to be selected. It's even bigger honor to contribute and be a part of it.
And right up the middle is Spry. One of the better running plays that the South All-Stars have had.
I thought we'd see that at the goal line. I thought we'd see the quarterback draw or screen, and that should get out of trouble play, and now it's a manageable 3rd down and 6 with a tremendous quarterback who can get you that in a heartbeat.
That's been a good play for both teams. And once again, Johnny, how big a play that is. Brings up third down and manageable here. Third and 6.
There's going to be a pick play down here on the left-hand side, right with his trips.
Mansfield goes that way, can't pull the trigger as that play blown up by Calvin Wright out of Roland Story.
Saw an opportunity to beat his man off the block. Quarterback rolls. You don't need contain, you just go get him, and he did. Go just like this, breaks a tackle, nowhere to go. Nowhere to go. He beat Kate Manning off the head. Now the North has an opportunity to extend the lead.
And that'll do it for the first quarter. As the South All-Stars looking at 4th and 14. Greg Thomas has to be pleased with the first 15 minutes of football.